This episode of Dungeons and Dorkheads is brought to you by Green Man Gaming. Head down to the link below to get some fantastic deals on video games and shop with confidence, knowing that every game on this site comes directly from publishers and you get a fantastic deal in the process. Not only that, this video is also brought to you by XSplit. Head down to the other link down there and get in on the fantastic family of products that XSplit has to offer, including XSplit Broadcaster, which is a fantastic program for live streaming, video recording, and even making this video that you're watching right now. Head down to the link below. And let's not forget, this show wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the great people making Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Head down to the link below. Foundry Virtual Tabletop is perfect for all of your virtual tabletop needs. It's very easy to set up, very easy to mod, very easy to get all of your game systems working, including D&D 1st Edition, D&D 5th Edition, Pathfinder, Fallout Pen and Paper, even Bunkers and Badasses. Head down to the link below and try out Foundry Virtual Tabletop absolutely free. And last but certainly not least, we need to give a big shout out to the folks at ForgottenAdventures.net for their dedication to the craft of map-making assets, virtual tokens, battle maps, Clip Studio brushes, and builder packs. All available on ForgottenAdventures.net. Link down below in the description. Oh, we're recording. Okay. Hello, welcome, dorks, dorkheads, everyone in between, Dungeons and Dorkheads. You know the drill. You know how it be.
Damn, don't sound too enthusiastic, bitch.
Really do be like that sometimes.
It just feels like everyone's out of it today.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting, and then I got this. Then I noticed no one was at the fucking call, and then I look back. Oh god, it's like 20 minutes past, and half of the people are there.
Yeah.
See, Jupiter's
But no
in
one can
retrograde, so like
Jupiter is not in
or,
retrograde. As the space guy,
It's a
I
gas
can tell
giant,
you that
though.
it's not. First of all,
So,
do you have any idea what retrograde means?
See, you're coming at me with real rising Taurus vibes right now. So I'm gonna need you to
Retrograde
calm
means.
it down. Maybe you should focus your chakras on the correct crystals.
Do you even know what
I'm
that
just
means?
gonna blitz his chakras.
Stop using buzzwords.
Blitzing your chakras is a real
Brand
fucking thing, my dude.
Listen, if you don't think that rocks have magic powers, you clearly haven't tried math.
Okay, if
That
you,
is the only rock that has magic powers.
you
to
say
be
that
fair.
when radioactive isotopes exist. This rock casts kill power word death on you.
Yep.
Actually, salt is another magic rock.
Also
'cause that
magnets.
shit
Like,
delicious.
come on. You could just be like, their magic ain't real or whatever, and then you just have a
Fucking
rock
magnets,
that
how do they
levitates metal.
So before we get started tonight, we have a couple of people to thank. First person that we'd love to thank is Elon Musk. Thank you for finally stepping down as CEO of Twitter. We hate you.
It's probably gonna change much though, because he's still gonna be in control technically.
He's
Still,
gonna come
though.
back, probably.
At least he's leaving that particular role. Second, thank you once again, Ryouku. The body pillow stuff, absolutely fantastic. It actually, this is the first session where they're done, isn't it? Neat. Once again, Ryouku is down below. Head on down there, give her a big thanks, or even better, a commission. Because artists are starving.
I'm starving, give me money.
Was
Anyway, handing things off to Steve.
Fund heartthrob.
Hi, I am Steve.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's been a rough week. So, I'm gonna do my best, and Yeah. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to Hunter.
Right, so the recap, right? We're going right into it. At 3 minutes 33 seconds exactly. So, where we left off, the Wild Whirlwinds were somewhere in the world of Adia, but I'll tell you where we weren't. We weren't at Orzur. Why do we still have this map open? I don't know. But no, we were around,
Yes, do not make me come out there and stomp both your asses!
yeah, I would leave after that too, thank you.
They're trying to fix my fucking microphone problems.
We are not even 5 minutes in. This soundboard already has 2 strikes.
I know, right? Please help.
Fucking
Just like,
Sonic.
it's like trying to like sort out through things. It's like, fuck, I scrolled through the wrong
do
area.
it and then leave the call for no
Now I
explainable
drop it in
reason.
dirt. Grow up.
Okay, we were...
Please help. This is the bad timeline.
Okay, we were here when session started, and we were here when session ended. We had just left Riverside, decided to change course, because Shurthor may be in danger. Danger, 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 Will Robinson. So, this and that happened. Arcanist Xanthus the Ascended made a resounding guest appearance, her long-awaited return to the show. And then she left and took all of our dragon corpses with her, which, let's be frank, she was doing us a favor. The session after that, was rather interesting, though. We had, some rapscallions try to board our ship. Worst decision of their lives. Then, a couple things went bump in the night, namely a hand out of a bag. And then we spent an hour and a half trying to figure out what the shit that was.
It wasn't very handy.
That doesn't work in the context. It
Tried, okay.
contextually, it doesn't work. Anyway, that is when we stopped on the riverbank to pick up Sandra's adopted dad, Amon, and he was a very pleasant fellow, and now he's traveling with us, and we brought him into the fold by telling him literally everything that has happened in this campaign. That is the actual last thing we did before ending session, and I assume we all went to bed after that. That is where we left off.
Oh, right.
Alright.
It's time for the dice roll.
We were supposed
You gotta
to
do
do
it.
that
My
an hour
coins!
ago. It's actually pretty
Oh yeah,
good
so we went
today.
to sleep. That means we get long rest.
It's very close
Yeah.
to not being good, though.
So Tamara gets a long rest. Is she no longer crabby?
She's always crabby.
Well,
Everyone
no
gets a long
crabbier
rest,
than usual, I should say. There's too many trees here.
Oh, on the wrong stage.
There's too many trees here too. I use that tree stamp way too many times here. Like this is a good amount of trees. This is a little much, but still okay. This is too many trees. Sandra is dreaming about trees. This right here, too many trees.
So, with the party continuing to sail, you are. I just realized the piles of gold and crates of loot.
I don't know when
Yeah.
we added that.
I just realized, we probably should just put those down to actually make it more clear that we have those.
The me gold.
Yeah. Zax is looking substantially smaller, but it's just because we chose to actually take piles of gold from the fucking treasury. Everyone else was like, nah, we don't wanna.
No, I was modest.
Yeah, you were like, I'll just take a bag full. Meanwhile, the other two players were like,
I forget.
I cast 10 series floating disc.
Wait, I did take. I think I got like 100 platinum.
Yeah, like you took like this could fit in a bag portion versus the morally dubious characters who were like, all right, let's just fill up a cart now.
Yeah.
You
And also
greedy
steal a
people.
cart.
We were willing to offer discs to others.
That was, the town's tax money that they needed to rebuild the town.
Exactly, we left
Yeah,
them
well,
with
you
the
know what? Just
generous
print more
portion.
money,
Oh,
assholes.
no,
You can't just print more
Because
money.
God
That's
Christ.
inflation.
Hey, we took like less. We took like 10%.
Hunter,
Make a
I'm not
deal.
interested in your fucking furry fetishes right now. I'm talking about money.
Oh my God! Get out.
They could take 10. Look, they'd have 90% of their gold left. They could be fine, probably. Besides, that's under the fucking the dual leadership of the shamans, so they're probably okay, maybe. Yeah, totally. We'll be fine.
If they can't survive on that amount of gold, I say skill issue. I survived.
Look, if the orcs can't rule themselves, what's the point?
Oh, goddess, you people are heartless.
We gave them
like
their.
chaotic evil or something.
We put them under their own control. They have the rest
We
of the
freed
tax
them
monies.
from the dollar standard currency. They can
I have
make their
faith in
own-
the shamans.
Zach
I have faith
also-
in the shamans.
And Zach also owns one of the towns, so
Yeah. Look, I have faith in
so
the
he
shamans and
probably
the other
could have
orcs
the
to help
excuse
control
of
their
avoiding
areas.
it for the future. But I don't know.
I've been talking to
to
Fangal and Sutha, and according to them, everything's going pretty well.
Zach doesn't want. I don't want to be in charge of the place. I'm gonna be real. I'll help protect them or whatever, but I figure maybe
Fine as
giving
well.
leadership to the random person that shows up and beats your guy or takes like what I feel that's kind of silly.
You're a bad chieftain, you know that.
Just because I believe in a more democratic way, you're silly.
I have no words.
World
Sorry, I
builder.
was looking at something.
World builder notes here. There aren't a lot of democracies on this planet.
Precisely. Anyway, the world is a joke. Let's move on.
All right, Steve. I think we interrupted you.
Get clown politics on. Yes.
So, the party continues sailing. I need to actually jump to the world map really quick to remember exactly where we are.
Right around the bend.
It's loading. Ah, yes. I was correct in my assumption for where the party was. I'm just like, were we like right next to this thing? Yeah, we are.
We are
Alright.
right next to the thing.
The thing. So, you would estimate, since you're heading down current now, it's marginally faster. It's going to be maybe 2 more days, maybe 2.5.
Tuesday.
So, as the boat continues floating along, those who are on the deck of the ship, you will notice a fairly sizable tower, a spire, rising above the tree line, hanging out there. It's nothing, surprisingly, like, no dragons or anything around it. It's just a tower.
Anybody interested in seeing the tower?
That would be the Tower of the Elders. Do I know
Oh?
what the Tower of the Elders is?
Make a history check.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend Sandra's jogging his memory, so 1d20 plus, what's my history? Because this is probably something Nicholas may actually
14.
know. Plus 12. Yeah, let's do that.
So, Sandra, what you know of the Tower of the Elders is it is a pretty old tower. It's been around for
No
as
way,
long
the
as
Tower of
basically.
Elders has old things in it?
Yeah. So it's been around for quite a while, as long as everyone can more or less remember. It during dire times, it is used as a meeting place for the elves, and that's about all you know.
Dire time?
What?
Would you say now constitutes as a dire time?
Actually, yeah.
How dire?
It really depends, as it's a so it is a meeting place for the elves, meaning that all of the towns in the elven territory would send representatives, and they would all meet at the Tower of the Elders and discuss very important things. Since it's dangerous to travel, they might not have gone there yet, but there's a chance that yes, they would have traveled to the Tower of the Elders to discuss. And it's typically like, oh hey, there's a world-ending threat occurring. What do the elves want to do to stay alive? It's very likely that yes, that will happen. May have already happened.
Maybe is happening.
Yeah, and Nicholas, you are able to fill in a little more. Yeah, the tower has been around for as long as basically everyone remembers. The only way to get into the tower is with a key that the leadership in Albania has, and they only use the first floor of the tower. The rest of the tower, no one really goes into, and no one really talks about why. The best noted reason was it's not necessary. The meeting area is on the first floor.
Seems like a waste.
Tower, if you ask me.
There's a perfectly good tower sitting right there.
I had to guess maybe they lock up like something like monsters or something at the top of the tower. Make them never want to go up there. Like it's supposed to be a storage hold or something.
What?
But
How
that's a
has
guess.
no one tried to break in?
I'm gonna assume it has some of the most
Because I
advanced
haven't
spells in
visited
magic.
yet.
People have tried. It has a number of wards. Legitimately, like, people have tried just entering the dungeon in general, or the tower in general,
Is this the big dungeon you've been working on, Steve?
and
It sounds volume.
Did you just give it away?
I mean, we literally talked about it.
Shut up! You're ruining my immersion.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, you guys asked, let's go to the Dungeon of the Elders, or the Tower of the Elders. I'm like, okay.
Swear to God.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
This will be fun.
so people have tried to get in. The only way to get in is via the key held by the Elven Council. And you, at least as reports go, no one has been able to scale the tower in a non-literal sense. Like, people have legitimately scaled the tower before, but from the exterior.
Oh, like Suction Cup Man.
But then they couldn't get in, could they?
Oh yeah, I've heard about the escapades of Suction Cup Man. One of the few other thieves I can respect.
Look at him go.
Fuck it, this is canon.
Flexion Cup, man. With the power to suck.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck it, canon. Alright, I spend the rest of the day catching up with Amon.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Well, that's what I'm doing.
I guess,
So-
yeah, we're just traveling.
So,
Look longingly at the tower I want to break into, just for the sake of it.
so
I'd be up for breaking into it.
Some more pondering. What can I use to break into this thing?
We're not
we
breaking
really
into the
need the
Tower of the
key?
Elders, guys. Do we have a reason right now to break into the Tower
Because
of
it
Elders?
exists.
It's a
I mean, we should probably
tower.
deal with the
How are we
dragons.
Yeah,
not
you would
mortals?
rather break into the Tower of the Elders when
I
am on a time crisis right now.
Okay, but
Imagine the stuff in there.
but consider
can't
what do we
imagine
need to
doing
do
it.
to stop the dragons?
I
But
guess
Tower of the
there's
Elders knows.
that, but at the same time, I don't want to end up on the Albania's most wanted list. So I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it.
Just do we have a lead on dragons?
No.
Oh,
Tower of the
Sandra
Elders
probably
sounds
has
like you might have
some
a
stuff.
Why would the Tower of the Elders have a lead on that?
I don't
mean,
know. I'm
around
just looking.
since
I
time
just need
immemorial.
There's
Where else
the
are we gonna
guess
find
that-
a leader?
Look, if
There
it
is the guess
comes
that
up,
they're
we will
supposed to be for
deal
dangerous
with the tower.
situations.
Just
You're just afraid of the Tower of the Elders.
not afraid of the Tower of the Elders. I'm afraid of my goddamn home burning down.
You're afraid of the
Secret
Tower of the
Elders.
Elders. You're a big old scaredy fawn.
Well, here's
Okay,
the
but also
thing.
consider the following
I
spooky
really
hand.
don't. I really don't want to end up when I go back to Albania being arrested and put into prison.
You know what? I'm with him.
So
Can't get arrested if you don't get caught.
Turn and look at Amon.
I
You see
am
what I put up with?
popular enough to be one of the most popular libraries. Yeah, sure. I totally will not be recognized.
Can we at least try to find the next big clue towards
Turn and look at Amon. You see what I put up with?
dragons?
there's a lot of discussion here. Hey, well,
Listen, Sandra, aimlessness is not something I'm good with.
well, right now, you all probably.
Be right back.
Well, Sandra, you're the one who's been doing the adventure in life, so if what you're thinking has merit, then having a better goal than just getting gold may be more beneficial for the longevity of the world. You see, if you're constantly going in and delving dungeons and collecting gold,
I don't follow.
And-
Are you trying to say that monetary wealth does not help me in saving the world?
correct, if there's no world left saving, then you more or less wasted your time.
What good is
I
money
don't
if there's
follow.
no world to spend the money in?
Finally, some.
No, but I
knowledge.
think she's saying her point is using the gold to save the world. Isn't that good?
I get to
So-
save a world without any money.
Have you looked at the hold of your ship? It's filled with wealth right now, and
You
what
think
are
that's
you
enough to save a
doing?
whole world?
What has it done for you so far?
What hasn't it done?
I mean, we haven't really done much with it yet, so
It bought us. It got
You're
us.
just hoarding it like a dragon, be honest. The
bought
only
us
thing it's bringing you is
peppermint.
happiness of
I
having
mean,
it.
we do
Are
have
you
peppermint,
saying
and we do have the
peppermint
ship.
ain't
We just
worth
haven't
it?
put them. We just haven't put them to the test, which is true. This does get to me, if only on the level of, well, I have it, but I need to do something with it, or else.
There will
boring
be a
again.
time to use it, but we need to have a world to be able to use it in.
Well, yeah, but that's just what thing do thing. This is I require.
Oh,
What thing do?
Oh, goddess.
What
Beef
thing
stew.
do what?
So, Zach, you're
Hank.
feeling really restless right now, aren't you?
Their only response.
Alright, bud. So, here's what we're gonna do. You like cooking, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Come here, bud. Amon comes over and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and guides you over to the cask, pulls out a couple of mugs, and starts filling them with various things, different liquids. And he's like, I'm going to teach you some recipes that Sandra really liked when she was growing up. That way, you know that you have something sweet that you can cook for everyone that they really appreciate. And this is something valuable that will be yours. You'll be learning something new, and it's going to be something helpful, okay?
Oh, goddess, not the bourbon mixed with ketchup.
Hank. Okay.
Now, I gotta start you easy because, you can't just jump right into my secret sauce. But, not everyone is ready for the bourbon ketchup. Let's start you off with something fairly simple. It's a type of elven lambus bread, but made to be more sweet, more of a dessert. And if you allow, Amon will take you to the kitchen and teach you how to make lambus cakes.
Yeah, Zach will allow this.
And you will be able to add that to your repertoire. And
Make a note of that.
in the meantime, was there anything anyone else would like to do?
Actually, I had a very important question for Amon.
Well, you can visit him in the kitchen.
I'll visit him in the kitchen.
How's it going, Sandra?
Yeah, so, game's paused.
Oh, yo.
Zach, where even is your token?
In their room.
Oh yeah, it's
But the game's
top
paused, so
floor.
I couldn't move it.
The game is on pause now,
Ah, okay.
Hey.
because I remembered to do that.
So, I can't believe it's taken me this long to ask, but how's Rena?
Rena, she was real worried when you really set off to become an explorer, and we heard that she wanted to be an adventurer, and especially she probably has heard the news that Adventurers headquarters isn't in the best of shape, but she just worries on occasion. But
Oh, she's probably worried sick.
oh well, I keep telling her that you're doing just fine. Our little Sandra's not gonna be taken down by a little thing like an airship crashing into the Adventurers Guild headquarters. No, sirree.
That was one of the most terrifying moments of my life, Amon.
But you got on through it and you kept on walking now, didn't you?
Somehow.
If there's anyone who would be able to do it and lead a little group to make all the waves that you did, it'd be you. He comes over and gives you a little ruffle of the hair.
I don't stop him.
So, Zach, what about your parents? How are they doing? Have you not talked to your
Damn.
folks in a bit?
Probably.
Honestly, I didn't think you had parents, Zach. I thought you just spawned. Like me.
Yeah. Zach's just gonna focus more on the cooking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Well, Zach, if you ever wanted to talk about anything, like if you have any concerns or if you're unsure where you're gonna go next, then you can talk to old Amon.
just want to get the next thing to be doing.
Well, sometimes you need to take a little time to sit down and have a think, appreciate the surroundings that you're currently in before you go on to the next area. With your current line sight, if you really take a second to map everything out, then there might be more there than you think.
That sounds like copium.
I mean, I did find Owen Weaver that way, so...
Exactly. You just need to know where to look. Sometimes some things aren't immediately obvious, and when you go running around causing a ruckus, then sometimes you don't realize that the one you're hurting the most is yourself. Setting unrealistic expectations and being dissatisfied with things that you don't have without appreciating the things you do.
Zach is partially tuned him out and is just now thinking to himself, what if I use the brain energy, the brain power to try to, like, figure out where the next dragon clue is?
Amon will
Zach is just sort of nodding along,
rambling.
physically, internally just like, huh. Sit back and use what I have to find the next steps. Alright. Take a moment to think about how to think,
Demir
I
leans
guess.
over to Sandra and is just like, I do not see how you could have been raised by that guy.
You get used to him. It took me 6 months, but I got there in the end.
I enter the
Never
room
mind, you're starting to talk
and
like that
have a
now.
question for Zach. Zach, because of your infinite knowledge, I just realized maybe you could help us find out more about the dragons.
Didn't we already try that?
Oh, if we did, I forgot. Sorry.
Oh no, wait, no. That was, someone.
I don't recall.
Oh,
I
wait,
don't
no, that was not
recall
your
us asking
sister, I
about
think.
the
I don't think we
dragons.
ever
No,
talked
it
about
wasn't my
dragons
sister. We
themselves.
tried Shurthor, and then we tried someone.
Yes. No!
I mean, it does a lot better with giving concrete information. It's, I mean, we
That's
could.
Also true. You
It's-
don't have to,
asking
you don't have to
about
peek
asking
into the
is-
future or the past.
It's like, okay, if I try to, like, what's the next clue? I mean, a clue surely exists, but would it even parse? Would that work, or would it just be too much of a headache?
Okay, as long as you're not asking whether it's a good idea to ask a question anymore.
That's what I'm pondering, if it is or not. Is this just another advanced version of if it's a good idea?
Well, Zach, you need to make sure that you're actually finishing up your current task at hand, because currently you're fluffing up that Lambus kick really nice, but if you, from what I've heard, your inquiries haven't been the most successful in many occasions, so make sure that you don't have any cakes in the oven before you decide to take a dive into the danger.
Just muttering to himself, what if I had 2 ovens?
We only have one oven.
Get
That
an
just-
oven.
Could buy
That
another
sounds
one.
like you're just poor.
Well, we have the money.
It's hard to get an oven onto a ship. Also, I would have to redo the entire room down here on the map maker.
The what?
I was out of character. I thought it was implied.
Yeah, Sandra, what? Sure, Thor. Well, actually, no, we said... I may have forgotten what we were planning on doing besides checking on Sir Thor.
Checking on Shurthor. Demare wants to look for new ship hands, ideally ones that could fight dragons, which she probably won't find.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty tall ask there.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
well, a
that
tall
legendary.
girl.
Wait, hold on.
You
There's that
are pretty
legendary.
sizable.
How tall
is
is
that-
Demir says
Demare?
actively, she's not
There-
tall at all. She is actually exceptionally
Is that
Aren't you
legendary
like
Lancer,
5'3"?
Nicholas?
There is the
Or
legendary.
Dragoon.
Yeah, the Dragoon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Dragoon there. Well, they're a bit busy right now.
Really?
With the
What are they
dragons?
doing?
Wait.
Can they
Well,
be with the dragons?
Yeah. If the dragons have shown up, then the dragoon would be protecting Elvania, as that's where there's the most amount of people.
Well, most likely he will know most about the dragons, since that is his hunt. That is what he
What are
hunts.
you all talking about?
The Dragoon.
Repeating yourself is not going to help me
The
understand.
legendary
Something-
dragon killer.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It's an
Someone
elven
brought
thing.
it up.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, out of character. She was not there for that conversation.
Yeah, it's like say like something. I think last night or the night before.
was a couple
just
nights
came up
ago.
in conversation that maybe the
Yeah.
dragoon is someone that could help out for the nights before.
She's a legendary dragon killer that Arcanus Xanthras the Ascended told us to kill, which we're not going to.
Okay, so kill the
It's
dragon
an
killer to
option.
get the power.
Wait,
of the
out of
dragon.
We are
character.
not
Kill the
killing the
dragon.
dragon killer to get the dragon slaying power, alright?
I don't think we ever.
But what's
No,
the
I guess it
point
doesn't
then?
matter what the gender.
I mean,
of
we could
dragon
make them
killer is.
join us, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you even ask
Potentially.
Arcanus Xanthras the Ascended why she wanted you to kill the
Oh,
dragon?
because then she'd
killer?
implant it into me.
What?
Yeah,
No, literally, what'd you say?
because then she could implant it into me. Maybe was her plan.
Yeah, I don't
Zach
recommend
continues
Keep
to fluff
fucking
the
mumbling. I
Yeah, we're
literally
not doing
can't
that,
understand
don't worry.
you, Mark.
Don't worry, Amon, that was never the plan.
No, we weren't
Check it
actually
out.
gonna hunt the dragoon. Although I do
Or
want to
please-
find the dragoon to see what he knows about why the dragons are currently attacking. What
I have a few
Xanthras's
questions
idea
for
was to perhaps,
myself.
if just for the sake of expediency, kill the dragoon killer, so she could just implant his dragoonness into me.
We are not doing
That sounds helpful.
No, we are not doing that. No.
Why?
I think I have a lot on my plate.
Because
but-
He
the
is
dragoon
literally a
will be-
hero of the elven people. Why would I want to kill him?
Also, he will be impossible to kill, even for
That-
you.
Okay, but is he even real though?
Oh,
The
yeah.
dude just kind of looks at Sandra with the most confused look.
Yeah, the dragoon's real nice.
What? Wait,
Hmm.
you met him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't?
Oh, Sandra, that wasn't the dragoon that you met. That was just a holiday event.
I friggin' knew it!
Well, you were real happy at the
Aw.
time.
But you actually know the actual dragoon? Like, for real?
No wonder he didn't know anything.
Well, I mean, not on a personal level, but I've met them. Yeah, you get around when you are a cartographer that explores around and needs to donate new maps to the library.
Hmm.
I
Where's
have
the-
received royal commendation for my work before, you know.
Well, where would the dragoon be located currently?
Well, the dragoon is probably in Albania.
Yes, that's our next stop then.
And on the way, we'll consider killing them.
No,
I wouldn't
no, we will
recommend that one.
Why not?
He's literally a hero. He literally hunts dragons to save people.
That
Why?
means he's helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to make quick enemies of the entire elven nation, then you can certainly go for it, but I wouldn't recommend that and would politely ask you to not.
Hey, you know how you're talking about, like, you can't spend money if the world's gone and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping enemies, like, not making enemies doesn't really matter when the world's gone now, does it? You could be friends with anyone, but then your friends are dead because the world ended because you couldn't kill one dragoon.
I mean,
Not like
We're
killing
not
somebody who's
killing
very
the
important is going to be
dragoon.
beneficial whatsoever.
No,
if they're a
especially when they have
dragon killer.
knowledge. Yeah, especially when they have knowledge of dragons.
Someone who is a knowledgeable hero, there is literally no excuse.
Yeah, if anything, the dragoon is helping save the world with you all.
Exactly.
I just want to know who the dragoon is, because like, what if they're really cool?
What if they're
Oh
an
yeah,
asshole?
they're real
I'm not
nice.
even
willing to
saying that's
bet
being
they
contrarian.
are.
Literally, what if they're an
Just
asshole?
stop being a
Oh, well, then we
murderer.
kill him. But like,
Well,
if he's not, then
no,
like, why should
they're
we?
real nice.
It's just, I need to know. But
even if somebody isn't a nice person, doesn't automatically mean better murder. Like, come on, man.
but like they're like they're just like an elf, right? But like really strong, but like they're like an elf, right?
Well, I mean,
Wait, they
depending on. Well, actually, I need to make a knowledge roll for Amon.
This will decide the dragoon's fate.
I don't know his stats.
Let's say, yeah, probably like this. Oh, well, from what I know, they seem to be an elf. They look pretty elfy. They've been around for a while, that's what I know, but...
Like, they're not like some kind of undead spirit or whatever, right? Or like some kind of demon? Just like a...
They seemed pretty alive to me.
It would make sense that they're an elf since they've lived for so long. And yeah,
Maybe
still
further
able to take down
investigation.
dragons.
Oh, these things looks done to you. And Zach's just gonna sort of like... take the pan off for a bit.
Amon takes a knife out and sticks it into the middle and checks. Oh yeah, you did good there, bud.
Yeah. So getting some out. From the side, cool, getting some more ready for the sake of everyone.
One is already gone.
I don't know. I need to learn more about them, if they even show up.
Oh yeah, the Dragoon's gonna be there.
Doesn't mean we know exactly when they're gonna show up.
Oh,
Well,
you'll be able to see them for sure. Dragons are pretty hard to miss, you know.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, like most likely the dragons will be currently attacking. Let's say one of the elven towers or something.
Do we have any like dragon knowledge in Shirathor we could look into? Like,
Hello.
Stares at
Only
you.
we had someone with dragon knowledge.
Hello. I'm
Yes.
right here.
I mean,
Maybe we could
Okay,
go
but
into
like,
somebody
okay,
with dragon
where should we
knowledge.
go? Okay, so then, yeah, what should we do to like look according to the things?
yeah, like why are the currently sick and
Like,
whatnot?
once we get the
Like,
Shirathor, we should get some more dudes. Where should we go?
Elvania.
Besides just going into my hedonistic needs to break into the local crypt.
Elvania. That was always the plan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's one way to find it, but fortunately, Demare seems to have a very big bloodlust for the Dragoon.
Hey,
So,
it
maybe
just sounds
not.
like it'd be handy to have dragoon powers if they're this all-powerful special person or something.
We're not.
But
But
killing
it's
the
just as
Dragoon.
good to
Don't
leave
get
those people alive so they can continue to do what they do best.
Demare,
I mean,
we have
they're
a
just a
word
regular
for what
person.
you are. You know what that word is? It's called a murder hobo.
I
Yeah,
am
also-
not a murder hobo.
Also,
Sure
if
as hell
I
sound
did
like
that,
I am a
I would
thief.
lose my job and I would be
more
kicked
like
out of
a
the
murder
Elven
hobo.
capital faster than you can say literary.
Uh-huh. I'll probably have to
Dragons
go into
aren't really-
hiding.
If you're just going to kill an innocent
I'm
person,
not wanting
know
to
that
kill
I
for
will not
killing's
hesitate.
sake. I'm wanting to kill to give Zach a super cool power-up. Sue me.
It's not
I don't
worth
care.
it. It's not
If
worth
I
me
catch you
standing
doing
and
it,
kicked
I
out of
will
our
take you down.
towns.
I don't know. The Dragoon doesn't sound that supernatural enough for me to really want that necessarily. I mean, the fact that it's from Xanthorus makes it kind of cool, but
You do realize
know. I
that
don't know this
Xanthorus
Dragoon yet.
has... You do realize that Xanthorus has told us to kill a lot of people and has, in fact, expressed interest in burning Elvania to the ground.
That too.
Yeah,
maybe
so
they deserve it. I don't know.
Well, no, they don't.
Like I said, I
deserve
don't
that.
want to lose my job, so please, let's not do that.
Listen, she's really cool, and she's kind of helping me with my headache.
She's
so
only
I'm just gonna
helping
keep
you,
making her
though!
happy.
So, I'm not
Even if
sure
it
if you
means-
know this, Zach, but, liches are really bad and are a danger to the world, you know. They kind of bring a lot of bad out.
Like
Hmm.
what?
Oh, resurrecting undead armies, slaughtering towns for their own sake.
And
Typically,
finding pleasure in it.
well, it depends on the lich. You can't.
It's their
just
motivations that matter.
Typically, they aim for some form of world domination and do not care about how many people they kill in the process. So it's not really good if you're not wanting them to be the ruler. The mayor, how would
She's not
you
really
feel
good
if?
killing villages and taking over towns? She just kind of wants to find where her leader was.
Who tried to cause the apocalypse?
Well, we don't actually know what that was about because that knowledge is lost to history. Don't you want to know? I need to know. I have all the stuff in there, but I need to know.
Zach,
Another
you have
problem is that
unlimited
liches
knowledge. Look it up
eventually go
yourself.
mad. So even if they start out being not as evil as you'd expect a
Don't
lich to be,
understand.
they
You
all
didn't see
become
what
mad.
I saw. It was like there was just a thing that should be there, but it wasn't. It's like all these things would make sense if something was there, but it just wasn't. It's fucked because of that, and I can't get that out of my head.
Okay,
So I'm gonna
Zach, I'm gonna have you step away from the stove, and I'm gonna have you sit
Sort of
down.
wildly waving the fucking pan around.
I'm gonna have you sit down.
I need to know.
And you will. Just relax. Here,
Besides, we gave her where the scroll probably is, so that'll
Here, eat
probably
this.
help.
Eat this. You'll feel better.
What was it?
It's the bread you've been making.
The lambus cakes.
Yep.
They
Is it
are.
good?
It is like slightly less fluffy than an angel food cake. Very sweet. It almost.
I'm sorry, then what?
It is not an angel food cake, but the fluffiness is reminiscent of an angel food cake, minus the divine influence.
Ashley, can I have one?
Yes.
It has almost like a sweet wheat taste to it, and as you like swallow it, it actually feels very filling.
I'm not used to eating these kinds of foods.
It's a
They
very
really
dense
They
cake.
are tasty.
Cake.
I like it.
It may not be my preference, but I still find it good.
Oh, that reminds me. Zach's is trying to remember. Amon.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any news of the demon stuff going on near?
Steadfast?
Steadfast? Yeah.
Yeah, Steadfast.
Oh, and I was talking to those folk over by the Adventurers Guild. They did say that there is something that happened at Steadfast with the Rift to the Hells opening. Yeah,
What?
once Dawnbreak kind of got on in there, there's a lot of fighting, but from what I hear, things started to die down a little bit.
Are things going okay?
A lot of
or-
other things.
I told you about that, though.
Well, yeah, things are going fine for them.
I
for
just
the
want to
most
know about an
part.
update on it. Like, how's that going over there?
That's a relief.
I wonder what Eclipse is doing.
Cool.
With any luck, Eclipse is dead.
Some criminal demon person. The pivotal guide to the story Sandra told you about, the Steadfast thing.
Yeah, I told you about
Oh yeah,
that.
that one. There's a lot of names thrown around there, so
Yeah.
it's a bit hard to track all of them, you know.
I don't know what his deal was besides that he technically has a stake in whatever's going on with brain knowledge. But, I mean, the clowns are holding him back, so that's good.
Maybe he's the one that's that's currently the reason for the dragons acting up the way they are. That's just a hot take. I have no clue.
That seems like a bit of a long shot.
Yeah.
The Hells and the Draconic Realms are a bit distant apart, but I mean, we can't really discount anything.
Zach is just gonna continue to do the cooking. I'm good. I'm good for this. I'm good for this.
Continue to do the what?
The cook.
The cooking.
It sounded like you're gonna continue to do the coke, and I was like, when did we fucking pick that up?
Jesse! We need to cook, Jesse!
Give me the
Pick that stuff when we got
sugar.
peppermint.
It was also in the deal. Just Zach wasn't excited about that one.
cares about Coke when you got candy?
Fact.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
Crushes up candy, snorts it anyway.
Exactly.
So, was there anything else that anyone wanted to do as the boat continues along?
I'm
Not
good.
particularly.
Dante watching and benching.
Besides general doing ship tasks and reading and keeping an eye out for the weird hand thing that the mayor saw. Not much.
Hey, who left the call?
That was
That was yeah.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, Roxy has been fashioning harpoons out of the various barrels using a carpenter's tools acquiesced from Demer's collection, and has been harpooning fish as just a way to pass the time. Like, doesn't really have anything else to do. Starts making some like wood sculptures out of the various barrels that haven't been used.
Demir looks upon all this with absolute fucking wonder.
Sandra looks at the sculptures. Are they good?
It depends on your artistic representation of the source material. The statue of Demer standing on top of the corpse of a paladin, maybe not as appreciative, but the woodwork, like using the bent barrel pieces, making a centaur that the torso is made out of the bent metal, and the various pulled up debris from the bottom of the river as the net gets tossed out on occasion to bring up various materials and fish. Which, by the way, there's like an entire barrel of fish now that you can sell in town for like however many gold pieces that'll get you.
Hardcore fishing times.
They made antlers for this centaur, and it is like, you know, a bit rough around the edges in some ways because it is improper materials. You're not getting very fanciful giant chunks of wood, but at the same time, like, that's a lot of really good craftsmanship that went into this.
While the Demer standing on top of a paladin is not the most tasteful, I do admire the artistic intent.
The artistic intent of fuck paladins.
They're not all necessarily bad.
All of them.
It's gonna be hard to convince them now, right?
And I just walk away from this.
So, I
That
will
just
say-
happened.
anything else that anyone wants to do before, like, on the final day before you pull into town?
On the final day, I want to work on upgrading Gizmo and my cannon with those scales I got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, there, bud. So, you begin upgrading, more or less you bring the supplies to the helm of the ship so that you are able to just work and steer at the same time, more or less. You're going across a lake and then into a straightaway, so it's not a huge
At one
deal.
point, I just kind of detach my arm as it's holding on to the ship and work with my free arm.
Yeah, and once again, you're fucking pirate lord, you don't need to make any rolls for this. This is not an issue.
I mean, it's kind of a simple concept, really. You're just putting the things on the things.
Yep.
Maybe increasing the output on certain things for the added weight, but nothing too big for me.
Not only do you know the math stuffs, but you're also an experienced sailor.
I could sail with an arm behind my back, I think to myself as I have my back turned with my arm hanging off of the thing.
So, as you're working on upgrading Gizmo and the cannon, Amon actually walks up to the helm, and you don't need to, like, with your passive perception, you notice Amon's approach and the...
I am very much engrossed in my work, but I do not look at him.
Yeah, it very much...
On the outside, it seems kind of like I either haven't noticed him or I'm ignoring him.
But it doesn't... It's not a high DC check to pick up the vibe of someone is kind of sheepishly approaching to talk. Hey, bud.
Don't call me bud.
Sorry. Demare. I was just wanting to talk with you a bit, if you don't mind.
Okay. Demir just kind of says, like, it kind of sounds dismissively, but it's just literally okay.
So, obviously you're not from around here. If you don't mind, I would like to know a little bit more about you.
Oh yeah, I'm from definitely not here. I grew up in the seas without a really stable home, and I was born in hell.
And well, I guess let's start back, because you certainly have some interest in quirks about you. So
I just kind of turned to him with my two messed up eyes, like with my, weird eye missing an arm currently, and I just ask, "How do you mean?"
Well, it's some of your mannerisms are not... What's the way to put it? You act a bit differently than one would anticipate for a adventurer within an adventuring party.
I consider myself a pirate first and an adventurer second.
Yeah, that can be definitely understood. But you mentioned not having a stable home life when you're on the seas, but what about before that?
Oh, I lived on an island all by myself. I threw rocks at birds to eat birds, but the birds wouldn't always die. They'd just kind of get hurt and fly away. So instead, I would wade out into the waters where I could get some fish, and then I would bite and eat them raw right there.
Well, and if you don't mind me asking, what was the situation with the parents? I'm not too familiar with the Hells and the parenting methods involved there, but I can only
I have
imagine.
parents like anyone else. My mom was an evil demon who I've never actually met in person, and my other mom is a very famous pirate lord.
Is the other mom still around?
Which one?
The pirate lord one.
Oh yeah, no, she's still alive. She's probably up to some shit right now.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in about, I don't remember, a couple years. Last time I saw her, I still had this thing. She says as she waves her stump around.
Right. So, did you have a good relationship with either of them?
Can't really have a relationship with someone you never met. Or at least whenever you weren't a fresh spawn.
So you don't really know your parents all too well.
Oh no, I know my other mom pretty well. She taught me everything I knew. She taught me how to be a pirate and all that stuff.
So this was your demon lord mom? Or
No,
devil
this was
lord,
the
apologies.
No. This was my pirate mom.
Okay.
My pirate mom taught me everything I know. Well, not everything. I came up with a lot of the stuff I know.
Okay. So you did have a good relationship with her.
Oh yeah, I loved her to death.
Oh well, that's good. And other mom was not so much. Never met her, you said.
I don't really have many feelings about her.
Well, that's fair enough.
She's probably really cool. I mean, she made me.
I can certainly understand that one. You seem to be doing quite well for yourself, and regardless of what situations you've been through, you certainly are here now with. You see Amon like look at what you're doing and want to like say something as if he knew what you were doing, but it's very obvious this is beyond Amon's expertise.
This is beyond him.
Yeah, not everyone is an arcane tinkerer who can
Arcane
build.
tinkering prodigy.
Yeah, not only are you an expert in your field, this is someone who isn't even in your field. So, right. Well, so one thing that one thing I'm noticing with ya is that your goals. You want to accrue wealth and become a better pirate, right?
Oh, I'm not going to become a better pirate.
Oh,
Yeah, no. I'm already the best pirate there is. I just need to reclaim my throne.
right. So that was something that you had before.
Well, I almost had it, and then it was ripped from my grasps, quite literally.
Right. And so you seem to be quite insistent on, saying that you're great at what you're doing and
Because I am.
not needing the assistance of others, right?
Oh, no, I need the assistance of others in a lot of cases. Just so happens that sometimes others are a bit incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely no help besides meatbags.
Right, and
But I like to be a bit more optimistic in that and think that people aren't completely useless, worthless pieces of trash.
right.
She sounds a little bitter when saying that.
Amon is legitimately like listening to everything you're saying and nodding, and you can tell that Amon is actually putting forth a lot of wanting to understand who Samir is, and is doing their best to not be rude during this entire exchange.
Demir is kind of on edge and assuming that at any point he's about to lecture her.
So you talk a lot of talk despite being very confident in yourself that you are the best and are easily going to be able to retake the throne. And don't get me wrong, I hope the best for you, because you are adventuring around with Sandra and likely doing a good job keeping her safe.
Oh yeah, I've saved her butt once or twice.
And I'm very appreciative of that. And if I could do something to help you out, I certainly can, maybe do this or that. But I'm a humble cartographer who's more or less retired at this age. So
Cartographers are very important when it comes to pirating.
Right. Well, I've done my.
What I mean is that I
seafaring
respect your
adventure,
craft.
and I appreciate that. Thank you. The it so being a captain, my question is, you seem to be confident in what you can do and being able to retake the throne, but well, I guess a quick tangent. There's a pirate throne. You're like
There's a pirate queen.
Huh.
Have you ever heard of Jane Firebeard or Firebrand?
Hang on. Oh, apparently yes. Oh yeah, I met her at one point.
Demir just kind of like, she goes from sort of distracted and not too much paying attention to a death stare. Not even angry. It's just like, you can tell she is serious right now. You have?
Oh yeah, she took my wallet.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, it was one of those.
I gotta say though, you got off easy. She took my arm.
Oh yeah, we didn't get into a combat scuffle. Didn't have the chance to disarm me.
I get it. Demir says after an actual real pause.
Amon smiles a little bit, but yeah, I didn't really at the time think that the Pirate Queen was a. It seemed more like a self-given, though. Obviously, had a force behind her. Let me tell you that.
I gave her that title. I'm the one who came up with the title. I'm the one who accrued all of the damn power that she used to usurp me. Or not let me usurp her.
Well, so when you become Pirate Queen, what are you planning on doing after that?
Pirating more. Probably until I die, which I'm... Demir just kind of thinks to herself for a second. I don't think I can die. I haven't really checked.
Oh, what would stop you from dying?
I don't know what would make me die.
Well, unless there's something that isn't necessarily different about you from many other humanoids, then probably the regular things.
I'm built different.
Well, you're certainly different compared to me and Sandra and basically everyone else here, so yeah, I can see that. But I just want to say that I've noticed a bit of a rift here on the ship, and now this is just bystander's bias with small case study, and we don't have much of a sample here, as I haven't seen you with a proper crew and all, but it seems like there's a lot of rifts going on here between you and the others here.
No, I like Zach.
Well, yeah, but I've noticed Dante not giving you many good looks. Nicholas showing some concern at time, and Sandra certainly had her share of grievances when we were talking.
I don't like Nicholas.
What's wrong with Nicholas?
He's a cleric.
What's wrong with being a cleric?
He's a cleric. I'm a demon. Do I need to say any more?
Well, they're clerics of the devils.
Yeah, that thing, him.
Well, last I checked, Nicholas is a follower of Mystria. Mystria isn't necessarily a good aligned god. Mystria, last I checked, was a neutral god, just knowledge and magic, which isn't necessarily good or evil. Depending on how you wield it, it can be either.
Yeah, but he seems kind of You know. Hang on, I'm trying to think of a
Borderline.
funny pose for Demir to make. She just kind of, Demir makes a praying motion with her hand while looking up pleadingly into the sky, and then shakes her hands in a bit of disgust.
Can Nicholas hear this right now?
It depends on where Nicholas is on the ship. If Nicholas is where he's currently standing, what's your passive perception?
22.
Oh yeah, you can hear this.
Can Sandra hear this?
If Sandra is where she is currently with your 25 or whatever perception,
It is also 22.
then yeah, you can both hear this. And Sandra, you noticed with a bit of concern when Amon initially went over to Demir because he's approaching Demir.
Yeah, no, I'm listening in. I'll jump in if things go south.
The word that you're looking for is actually called eavesdropping.
Correct.
Nicholas
nosy.
just keeps to himself, but yeah, he's definitely not happy right now after just hearing they're just badmouth him.
Meanwhile, Sandra is over there what's wrong with
I got
Nicholas?
two people fucking eavesdropping on my ass, bearing my heart out to Amon.
It's a small ship.
Yeah.
Small ship, walls are paper thin.
Obviously, Nicholas won't care until you start badmouthing. Of course, he's gonna take notice of that.
And
He's
meanwhile,
gonna be insulted.
Sandra's over there hey, what's wrong with Nicholas? Nicholas didn't do nothing to deserve that. Nicholas didn't do anything wrong.
Long story short, clerics suck. But they're at least not paladins. God, I hate paladins.
I
I
don't
think
even
if I
know
ever
what
met a
I've
paladin, I'd
done.
attack
All
them
I
on the
have
spot.
done before. Heck, I've worked with people who are terrible. Why are you suddenly assuming that? Oh, I believe in lawful good. I am not that. Neutral good at most. What's
Amon
wrong
turns
with that?
around and
Nicholas
yells.
broken in.
Amon turns around and yells, "Nicholas, you shouldn't be eavesdropping into this conversation. Be like Sandra now."
Sorry, it's just
She's also
I
used
don't like being bad.
Oh, yeah,
Sandra's
I
got
know.
this total poker face on, hoping that he doesn't notice.
If you ever look at Sandra, you can notice she rotates her ears. Look at that. It flicks a little bit.
She's totally flicking her ears.
That's weird, Demir says as her own ear flicks to swat away a fly.
So yeah, it's... Well,
Me and the holy types don't really get along.
that's understandable, but sometimes you can't handle what... You can't really choose everything that happens in your life, and sometimes you gotta work with what you gotta work with, and truly, if you want to be the best leader, you need to be able to work in any situation.
I do. I work best in any situation. I'm the best there is.
You continuously say that, but certainly if you want people to believe what you're saying, then you
I don't
need
care
to
if
be
they
able to
believe
show
or not.
it.
The belief is irrelevant to the fact that I am the best. They
See,
can
now...
choose to believe it and then not get screwed, or they can be like those guys from the other day who didn't fucking heed my word when I was just like, hey, I am the fucking pirate queen. Don't screw with this ship. This is my ship. And then they pulled their sword on me like a bunch of dumbasses.
So now, you insist that you're the best here, and here you are more or less telling me that I need to believe you, but you don't care what I believe, and if you truly
your
didn't care what I
sake.
believe, then you wouldn't be needing to tell me. If anything, you wouldn't be
Hey, you're the
talking
one
to
who
me
came
at
to
all.
talk to me, bud.
Yes, because I see someone here who really... You don't like the situation that you're in, and I see that you have a lot of ability here. You're very talented as an individual, and I want to be able to see you be successful with everything that you're doing, but here you are actively fighting against yourself.
I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about? She seems like actually genuinely confused from this.
See, what you need to do is you need to actually look inside yourself and
Are you
see.
telling me what to do?
Well, you don't need to do what I say, but I will say that if you truly wanted to be someone that's worth following behind, then you need to lead by example instead of just telling everyone and forcing them to do what you want, because while you might be a great ruler, it's going to be by force, and those usually end terribly.
You have literally never seen anything I do. You've been here for 2 days.
I've seen you shoot someone down before attempting to talk with them, and I've spoken with Sandra and some of the others, and
No, you did not see that. You were not here when that happened.
oh shit, you're right.
No.
And even then,
Paradox.
I did try to talk.
From what Sandra's
Just
told
like
me,
to-
you've been causing a number of issues, and
Yeah. I'm a
to me-
problem.
yeah, and that's not a good thing.
You know, they keep always saying that, but I think that's just them not liking the problems.
Well, Demare, you are going to continue living your life how you best see fit, but
Damn right.
if you really want people to believe the things that you say, then at this point, I would recommend just stop saying it, as everyone is seeing you struggling to be what you want to be. You're seeking that validation. You're constantly reminding people of your abilities, despite the fact that they're on obvious display. Currently, they just look like insecurities.
Yeah, well, you know what? That sounds like a you problem.
Yes. Yes, Demare. Amon turns around and walks away.
Enjoy making more fan fiction about me.
Sandra, you catch out of your eavesdropping side eye kind of a sad look that he shoots over to you and just heads down to the hold.
I follow him. Hey.
How's it going, Sandra?
Total lost cause, right?
I see a lot of potential, and you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You've seen it yourself.
Well, you know, I'm not surprised that they're one of the people that need to save the world.
Really?
Oh yeah, have you seen the things that she's doing up there?
Yes, and it is beyond me.
I know. If anything, if they did a line for the good, they'd be able to likely revolutionize everything better than anything that the gnomes and kobolds ever made. It's just very sad to see all of that being used for not good.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's being used for
Do
good
I
as you're
pick
saving
up on
the
any
world,
of this?
Oh no, we're way down in the hold, probably.
but, make a very high DC perception check.
I am very angry and couldn't not listen if I wanted to.
Roll a 30.
Do you want to use luck?
No.
Okay. Well, unfortunately not.
Demir kind of sighs in relief, knowing she can't hear the shit that she knows they're talking, because they always fucking do this. These fucking types always goddamn do this.
Sandra,
Yeah?
you need to keep Dante in check, as if, from what you said, is to be believed with the whole hero thing, you're gonna need all of you to save the world.
Dante?
Aye.
Not Demare?
Damir's not gonna change. Damir's gonna upset everyone. But
What's wrong with Dante?
Dante, if you look in those eyes, those are some bloodthirsty eyes that want to rip that. Damir's
Oh,
in danger.
Okay, yeah, no, I see it now.
I was hoping to have Damir kind of understand herself to hopefully be able to work better with the others around her instead of lashing out. But Damir is dangerous. If you see those contraptions she has,
Yeah, there's an easy way to fix this. Dante, I call Dante down here.
What?
Just come here a sec.
Sitting over here. What's up?
Don't kill Demare.
Well, maybe if she doesn't give me a reason to, then I won't. I am keeping things as civil as possible, but the minute things go awry, the minute things turn evil, I am not going to hesitate, and I cannot make promises.
Hey, I get it.
If I'm going to start seeing the slaughtering of innocents or the murder of innocents, I'm not going to hesitate. You cannot stop that rage. That fire in me is not going to go away.
Oh, believe me, if she goes full evil and starts burning down buildings, I'll loan you some cover fire, but other than that...
That's what I mean. I'm not going to harm anybody unless they give me reason to, and unfortunately, we have two people on this ship that are not the best of people from what I can tell thus far. They haven't done anything specifically evil, but they are on that path, and I will strike it down the minute I want to. The minute I think it's necessary.
Sandra, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get it.
You are the one who's going to have to bridge this gap between a lot of you.
Hey, Amon, I'm willing to work with them, and I continue to work with them. I'm just not going to be like, oh, these are the people I'm saving the world with, so I'm just going to allow them to commit atrocities. No.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to stand by that. I will be reasonable until I have substantial reason to not be.
I was hoping that Damir would understand as a captain that working with your crew is of utmost importance, but the conversation didn't go that way.
I mean, I don't know what else you'd expect, man.
I heard the whole thing.
Sandra, what did I tell you about eavesdropping? You should know better than that.
You knew I was. I heard you.
Oh, of course I knew you were, but I thought better of you, Sandra.
I mean, you walked up to her.
Oh yeah, I can handle my own.
I know, but I worry.
Damir likes talking about herself, and some of those things needed to be gotten off the chest there. She didn't appreciate my additional input, but if anything, she at least enjoyed the first half of the talk.
I mean, she does always think she's correct, so I wouldn't recommend trying to give her any kind of, like, you know, feedback or like, hey, this might be useful, like, if you tried doing this. I don't think she's gonna listen. Pirates don't usually want to listen. They don't like other people's opinions.
It really goes to show that I know I'm not really experienced with the pirate folk besides them taking my wallet.
I mean, that's kind of sums it up pretty well. They're an unruly bunch. That's just kind of the pirate way.
Well, Sandra,
Yeah.
I know that you're gonna do well with everyone here.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Zach is gonna choose this moment to walk downstairs to get a snack.
Awkward clown.
Just goes down the staircase.
How's it go?
Oh hey.
What's poppin', homie?
Snacks. You need anything or?
No, I'm
I heard yelling earlier, but
yelling. Who's yelling?
I don't know what that was about, but no one's dead, right?
No.
Okay. It's a vague amount of something, but no one else. There was no sustained yelling, so I assume it was just something minor. So. Want to?
Just like it's probably fine.
Probably fine.
Fire.
Zach is aware of the tensions on the ship to some degree. They just. Yeah.
Hey, Dante's a man who made his intentions clear. Where it's just like, hey, I recognize you guys aren't the most good aligned to humans or people or things, so gonna put it out there. If I catch you doing evil shit, yeah, I'm gonna fucking put a stop to that. Just he's honest, straightforward. This is how it is. Just letting you know.
It's funny how Amon said all of the wrong fucking things there.
Just having grabbed fish. I'm just gonna go back to the table. And
There
just...
could have been a way to actually get that done, but Amon acted like he was better than the mayor. He doesn't
Wow,
like
No, he
that.
didn't. He was just trying to be helpful.
Wow, you misread all of that.
The fact that you thought he was thinking he was better than you shows your insecurities, Demare. Got him.
And they wonder why I don't like them. See the fucking shit I'm dealing with here?
I mean, you straight up.
You know, I'm just gonna
insulted
say-
somebody
Good talk. I'm gonna go back to my
because of their
victory benching.
profession.
The best way to get someone to understand things is not to go up and be like, you're really insecure, you know. It's like, damn, what did I fucking ask?
Zach was just gonna return to the table with a bowl of fish heads, but alright.
Dante was only halfway through his set. He has to go back to benching. You gotta stay limber and lean.
Nicholas just reads
Can't let
some of
those
his
muscles
notes,
get,
just
like,
trying to
weak.
ignore the negative thoughts that are now currently in his head from the mayor.
Sandra reads a book.
Nicholas over there like, oh, look at me. I'm such a goody two-shoes, apparently. Nicholas is all pissed off in his room. I'm apparently Mr. Goody Two-Shoes over here. Just salty.
Like, the worst part is that Nicholas never even insulted the mayor. Like, he never even thought of her as,
She's
like,
a
a terrible
demon,
person.
but you
because-
wanted to like a cleric?
Have you never known of evil clerics? They are literally really good at being murder
Damn,
hobos.
is fucking Eric evil? Is he evil?
Just because someone isn't outright
Nicholas is
evil
Nicholas.
doesn't mean they aren't capable of it.
Yeah, is Nicholas
Yeah.
evil?
We've seen people do horrendous evil things and
Here's the
still be
thing, I
neutral.
Yeah, and even then, like, what? Nicholas
He's close
did...
enough to make the mayor physically fucking itch around him.
That's just because you're biased towards clerics. Because you're
Really,
being
you are,
phobic of
like-
clerics.
What did Nicholas
Okay,
even
Because there are
do?
plenty of
Nicholas- heck,
evil clerics.
Nicholas let
talking?
the holy cake go.
Are they talking on deck?
Just shouting across it. Just say fuck you, no
At this
fuck you.
point, the mayor already guesses what everyone was gonna say, and I this is like not a meta thing because I already fucking thought of this shit before it even started.
Lamau.
It's like, damn, I wonder if these all are going to be very fucking predictable. Oh, wow, they are. It's almost like I'm smart!
What? Like, you straight up expect Nicholas to be okay with losing his entire job and getting thrown into jail. Why? Why would he want to do that?
Ramirez never said she was okay with that. You're just projecting.
Anyway.
Says the math projector. Come on.
Like,
Anyway, save this for Conversation Castle. Come on, guys. We got some Dungeons and Dragons to play. We're not even at the town yet.
Sorry.
We're just on the fucking
But
boat.
it's goof hours.
Can we get to the town? I'm excited for the town.
I
Alright.
consume fish.
Was there anything any of the other characters wanted to do before we pull into the Shurthor port?
What was the status
Yeah, it's
of my
fish for dinner.
upgrades?
Oh yeah, no, it's you do it all successfully. Like, it's no problem. It's less a like you need to figure out how this works, and more like you already just.
What stats do I change?
Oh, shoot, we messaged about it prior, and I have absolutely forgotten. Besides,
I forgot that we actually messaged prior. LMAO.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So for
after the
now, they
session.
assault my weapon, like my cannon and gizmo, have a goldfish.
Yes, they
That
look
fucking rich
amazing.
life.
How flamboyantly
I'm a homosexual.
excessive.
I'm a homosexual.
They look
Okay,
fucking fabulous.
It's fish for dinner.
The mayor eats
Oh no,
the
Zach's just eating raw
fish
fish.
that Roxy caught.
Don't eat raw fish. There are bones. in
Nicholas
there.
just eats one of the cakes he had
The
earlier.
mayor just kind of stares at Sandra and then tears into the head of a fish, crunching the bones in her jaws.
I don't need the sound effects.
Holy crap.
Roxy is just eating the lambus cakes.
I have a couple of those for me.
Roxy
Yeah.
picks up another one and kind of, pulls it towards her.
Okay, yep, I'm grabbing 2 of those.
The glare across
So
the
wait,
table
yeah.
intensifies.
So we are just all around the table because currently we're not.
No, it's just a minor dinner.
the map
RP.
positioning has nothing ever to do with what's going on. I've noticed.
Everyone is always everywhere. Anyway,
I moved my character token. Oh wait, everyone else is like in their own
Too
bunks.
busy
I guess
being
we're still
ADHD
having
to
an
move my
infight,
character
but
token
like,
right now.
yeah.
anyway, so I don't know whose room is whose, so I'm just throwing Amon in a room.
Amon is right next to me. Yeah, you got it right.
This blue bed.
So,